Moderator Squires, Vice President of the Zimbabwe Miners Federation, Mr. Marufu, ZMF Chairman, Mr. Maradze, Secretary General of the Zimbabwe Miners Federation, Mr. Mugao, Chief Executive Officer of the Zimbabwe Miners Federation, Mr. Kavarasha, ZMF National Executive, and all provisional leadership here present, ZMF members here present, Head of Gold Operations, Fidelity Gold Refinery, Mr. T.C. Ziva, Fidelity Gold Refinery staff here present, members of the Fourth Estate, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I am honored to be part of this strategic planning workshop, and I would like to start by expressing my sincere gratitude to the ZMF for their tireless efforts in promoting the interests of artisanal and small-scale miners in Zimbabwe. Before I get into my speech of the day, let me start by celebrating a milestone in terms of gold deliveries achieved last year in the year 2024. Madam President, in the year 2024, Fidelity received a total of 36.5 tons of gold, which is a notable growth from 30 tons delivered the previous year, that is the year 2023. Most importantly, this is the highest quantity in terms of gold deliveries in the history of Fidelity. Out of the 36.5 tons of gold delivered in the year 2024, the artisanal and small-scale mining sector contributed 65%, and 35% was contributed by the large-scale miners. This growth in gold deliveries from the artisanal and small-scale mining sector demonstrates the commitment and the loyalty of our miners. Madam President, your efforts in encouraging artisanal and small-scale miners to sell their gold to Fidelity Gold Refinery has not only benefited the country in terms of foreign currency contributions, but has also contributed in the formalization of the sector, as well as making it easy to implement government policies through an organized system. I thank you for that. As Fidelity Gold Refinery, we have come up with some strategies in order to continue to support the artisanal and small-scale mining sector. And I'm going to talk about the strategies. The first one is to do with the capacitation of artisanal and small-scale miners. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Fidelity assisted quite a number of artisanal and small-scale miners in the year 2024. And to date, I'm very happy to report that we have assisted more than 3,500 artisanal and small-scale miners. And the results are quite pleasing because this has resulted in increased gold production, and this has also ultimately resulted in increased gold deliveries to Fidelity Gold Refinery. The Gold Initiative Development Fund was set up to assist our artisanal and small-scale miners who are having challenges in accessing funds from some of the financial institutions. In the year 2025, we are going to support more and more of our artisanal and small-scale miners so that they increase gold production and ultimately increase gold deliveries to Fidelity Gold Refinery. Also, we will provide starter packs for our miners who perform very well and deliver gold consistently to Fidelity Gold Refinery. And in terms of the starter packs, we are talking in terms of things like, for example, the compressors, the generators, hammer mills, the head gears, and consumables. Another strategy is to come up with custom elution service centers. Fidelity is going to establish one-stop custom elution service centers, and for starters, we are going to start with Berengwa, Murundu, Kaduna, Makara. The number of these custom elution service centers will be increased as the year progresses. What are some of the services that we are going to offer at these custom elution service centers? We are going to provide assaying services, chemical supply services, elution services, as well as gold buying services. What are some of the benefits of these one-stop service centers that we are going to establish? All services are going to be offered under one roof. And this is also going to reduce some of the risks to do with theft of funds along the way, or even to lose the gold along the way. So everything will be done under one roof. Then we're also going to offer some trainings to our artisanal small-scale miners. And some of the training programs that we're going to offer, they are going to include some of these, the following things to do with responsible mining, safety and health, environmental management. But before we offer these training programs, we are going to do some consultations with you so that at the end of the day, we understand in terms of your training needs and we cover those. So that at the end of the day, we increase our gold production, while at the same time we are practicing safe mining practices. Timeous payments for gold delivered. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to make sure that our artisanal miners are timeously paid. We will continue to instantly pay our artisanal small-scale miners when they deliver gold to Fidelity. In view of this, we have put in place a number of facilities with our banks to ensure that Fidelity has cash at all its gold buying centers all the time. Then we're also going to increase the number of gold buying centers that we have. So last year we had 17 gold buying centers, and we increased them to 20 by the end of the year last year. We opened new gold buying centers that was in Ngundu, Berengwa, and Shurugwi. So our target for the year 2025 is that we are going to open 25 gold buying centers for Fidelity Gold Refinery. Artisanal and small-scale miners awards ceremony. So we are saying this year we are going to start to reward our miners, those ones who perform very well. We need to recognize that. So we're going to start doing that this year in December. So let's continue to work very hard so that we get some of these rewards. It's very important. Then in terms of our pricing, we are going to make sure that we continue to offer competitive pricing to our miners so that at the end of the day they get value for their products, which is gold. And I want also to assure you that in terms of our pricing, we benchmark with the LBMA price, which is the London Bullion Market Association price, the international price, so that at the end of the day, we give you the best value. As I conclude, Madam President, allow me to emphasize on the need for the artisanal small-scale miners to continue selling their gold to Fidelity. Fidelity is dedicated to providing the necessary support and infrastructure to ensure the development of our country, Zimbabwe. Madam President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Ngativakomberere maoko zvakare. Vataura mashoko akanaka. Tapata kurudzirwa kuti ngatirambe tichitengesa bhoridhi redu